Hello and welcome, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So today's Monday. I like to try and do something a little bit more masculine for you guys. And I'm just looking at my cardigan thinking, my jumper thinking, have I got this inside out? No, I haven't. This seam's throwing me. I have not got it inside out. Yes, so I was on Pinterest this afternoon and I came across some pictures that reminded me of this technique that I have done before on here, but perhaps not with some of the stamps I'm going to be using today, which are still not on my desk. So this is going to be a real test of how quickly I can actually make these. I'm hoping to get these something done within the next 15 minutes because I realise I am on a little later than normal today. So hello and welcome to those of you who are watching on the live. Thank you also if you're watching on the replay. It's always really appreciated that you come in and watch. So switch light off, transition over to the desk, get your stopwatch at the ready. Let's see how quick I can do this. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh sorry, I'll just get my light. Oh come on, I'm trying to get my light situated. Okay, right. Yes, I'm going to get the cut and emboss machine out in a second just to cut out a mask for myself. Now, you can use the masking sheets for this, but if you want it to be kind of like reusable, use something perhaps a little more sturdy. You could use some of the new vellum. Let me just see if I've got a scrap bit to hand. Because I still had rather a lot of it. Yes, I do. And I'm thinking it would be really nice to have a masked window of this shape. So this is the Peace on Earth dies. And you get these two lovely, I don't know what you call them really. They're like a label shape really. But they're just pretty, you know, slightly decorative, but a decent size, you know, because sometimes I don't like things that are just too highly decorative and they just don't seem useful. So these are great. So if you're new, hello and welcome. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. So Stampin' Up is a arts and crafts company, mainly focusing on stamps and ink and paper, but also do sell scrapbooking materials like really beautiful papers, 12 by 12 papers, 6 by 6 papers, and albums, paper cutting machines like the one you've just seen me use, punches, and trimmers, which are, yeah, the trimmer's really useful actually. I could not live without my trimmer. Well, I could live without it, but you know. Right, I'm thinking, what about we go for, if I can find some basic beige. Oh, have I got basic beige to hand? Maybe I don't. Oh, I'm just going to go with some very vanilla. So let's see how quickly I can make 4 cards. So I'm going to cut my piece of vanilla cardstock. So vanilla and basic white are the two sort of most light neutral colours that we have in cardstock. There is another one called basic beige, but in terms of the smoothness of paper or card, this vanilla or the white are the best that Stampin' Up do. And I would possibly, I know I'm not massively experienced with other types of cardstock out there, but I'd say they're very high quality in the paper craft market. So I'm cutting this down to 10 centimetres lengthways, and also, oh, thank you, Judy. I did notice that I haven't got around to updating the spreadsheet. Thank you for that update. Right, so I'm cutting this at 14 centimetres. Then the other thing I want to have on hand is another piece of paper to tear some little hills. So I might actually do that with a piece of vellum, because I've got a piece here that's got a slight dent in it. So I'm just going to see if I can. I just want to sort of tear a sort of mountain, as it were, into some vellum. So I'm going to use that as well. And I'm going to use that as my little mask to stick over. See if I can grab some washi tape. Nice to see you all here. I'll try and put that in the middle. Right. Right, that'll do. Okay, I'm just going to go and grab some stamps now. And I want some sort of scenic style ones. And ooh. The main one I'm thinking of is this one, prairie grass, and then the other potential, I suppose, is that one, the branching out one, and then I thought the woodland scenery as well. But before we start stamping, we've got to do some ink, some blending. Mat on the floor. And get some brushes. Just going to pull them out. Ready. And I don't know, let's start with some nice sort of subtle colours. A little bit of yellow. No, maybe not. Let's go peachy. A bit of pink. Right, let's see what happens. Yeah, so Anne in New Zealand has had snow. So if you're in Artful Stampin space, you would have seen the picture. Hi Vicky, good morning. Hi Margaret, hi Susan. Tom and I had a little trip into town this morning. Can you see I'm sporting a rather fetching new bracelet? I've been looking out for jewellery that I can resell, because I think they've got some value to them. So there's a brand called Pilgrim that I really like their jewellery, and once you sort of spot it, you can kind of, well, I can tell what, often by the weight of the jewellery, if it's one of their pieces. Anyway, so I spotted a couple of bracelets for £1.50 each, which is not a bad price for Pilgrim. Then I went to another charity shop, and it's one of those more sort of like independent charity shops. It's not part of a larger organisation like, say, British Heart Foundation or something like that. So they tend to price their stuff more independently. Anyway, so they have a section for their jewellery, and all the bracelets were 50p. And the other week I managed to get a pair of really nice earrings from there for 50p as well, like some enamel ones. Anyway, I spotted this bracelet. I just had a look at it and thought, yeah, no, that looks quite interesting. So I bought it because I thought, oh, 50p, that's not too bad. Anyway, I was searching and searching on it, thinking, I'm sure this has got a mark on it. I'm sure this is sterling silver, because I can see that these sections here have been soldered. And on one of the chains, one of the links in here, there was a mark, and I had brought it home and took a photograph of it and zoomed in, and yes, it is a 925 mark. So that's the mark for sterling silver. And then and I think this is smoky quartz, these stones here. Anyway, tomorrow I've got a class at the Hive. We've got our silversmith lady coming in, so I'm going to get her to have a look at it for me, see if she can tell me if it's definitely sterling silver. But it's got a kind of weight to it, and it definitely looks handmade, like handcrafted, because there are some imperfections on it. So I was very happy. 50p for a piece of sterling silver and smoky quartz. Yes, I just saw that there's a storm coming in Jamaica. There are people in a hotel that are stuck, apparently. Okay, so there, I've just did some ink blending through that window. I'm going to very carefully peel off my washi tape, because I'm going to use that again in a second. But before I move on to the next thing, we're not finished yet. I want to now create some sort of little hill type things. So let's start there. So I'll go back to using a bit of soft sea foam. I'll do that across there, like that. Okay. And I think I want something a bit darker, so I'm going to go for Lost Lagoon. I want a different shape now. I don't mind that we're kind of losing a little bit of that shape on the bottom label. I don't mind that. That's lovely. All right, now I think we are ready to do some stamping. So we could have a tree going off into the distance, couldn't we? So we'll start with so remember, the further you go in distance, the lighter you need to go. Oh, really, Deborah? Oh, cool. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I thought smoky quartz, and then I did do a Google Lens search, and nothing exactly the same has come up, but very, very similar, and Google thought it was smoky quartz. So, yeah. Oh, how did it go, Gina? Right, so there we go. That's my little tree in the distance. And then I want another tree a bit more in the foreground here. So I'm stamping Lost Lagoon, and I'm making sure that the base of the image is on the Lost Lagoon itself. There we go. Oh, that is so pretty. I was thinking of doing some... Is there a stamp that has like some sort of birds or something in it? I guess I could put those little star things in. So this theoretically could be used for like Christmas, a Christmas card if you wanted. I'm not going to be stamping green. I wonder if petal pink will be fine. Or even bubble bath. This is all a bit of an experiment really. So we'll just try it and see. Oh, that's really faint. It's very subtle. Very, very, very subtle. Yeah, I don't know if you can even see that. There we go. All right. What should we do? Could stamp our Holy Night, I guess. Right, and we're going to move on. I'm going to keep experimenting. Get another one out. Now I've got a whole stack of stuff on my table and I've like barely got an inch to work in. It always happens, doesn't it? Right, tidy up, Ruth, tidy up. Right, let's go for my frame again. I did like the pink and the peach on there, but I'm thinking I'd like to try and go a bit more, maybe blue-ish. Let's go for a bit of pool party this time. Now I know it's got a green thing on here, but pool party is a kind of bluey green. So whenever you want to do very gentle ink blending, you need to start off the page and work on. Now see that some of that is mixed with that pink and peach that was there before, but that's okay. I'm just going to embrace it. And, oh, there's a bit of cloud cover here. So the cloud cover is only available to Stampin' Up demonstrators. So if you want to purchase it, it might be worth signing up, because for only £35 you can choose £130 of product, and yeah, so you can include cloud cover as one of those ink pads. So the reason why only demonstrators can purchase cloud cover is because there's been an issue with the stability of the colour. And so because Stampin' Up don't want to waste the ones that they purchase, they're not going to make it available to the wider public. So demonstrators are purchasing them on the understanding that, you know, they're not going to complain and go, oh, my cloud covers are not coming out right, because you've been warned, basically. Right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of pool party for my little background hill, although I'm wondering whether to take my hill a little bit higher. Taking up to go a bit higher. Okay. Spring Lost Lagoon again. Different bit of hill this time. Oh no, wrong one. That's Lagoon. Oh, that is quite a hill really, isn't it? To bring some of that pool party down. Okay, right, I want to stamp some of those lovely grasses. This one. So I could definitely have that in the front. I want some of these really delicate ones. But I might just have to stamp those in the background a bit. Or I could just do that. It's quite a lot though, isn't it? Oof. Maybe I could just try and ink up that section. Yeah, let's just try and get that. Oh, that's quite cute. I like that. So I'm thinking if I just stamp in a darker colour over the top of there, you won't notice so much that I only half inked that one. Oh, let's go for a bit of Pretty Peacock. So if anyone would like to send a card to William, his address has been put in Artful Stampin Space Contacts. So that's a Facebook group, and in order to join that group you need to just agree to a couple of things on there. It's just to do with how the addresses will be used. And so if you'd like to send William a card, please do join that group and then you'll have access to his address. So for those of you who don't know, who perhaps are newer to the channel, William would often watch, and he's been going through some treatment that he's now stopped and he's now in a hospice. So. Now this is a point where I think I really love a little bird. Now I may have got one in a retired set somewhere. I'm just going to double check to see if I've got one on the shelf, but I've got a feeling I haven't got a bird in anything at the moment. No, I don't. That's a shame, because I think that would look... I could just draw one with a pen. Do the good old tick. There we go. I wonder if a little bit of splatter as well would look good on there. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Ooh, a little bit more than anticipated. There we go. There we go. Very delicate, very sweet. I know, Cindy. It's kind of missing an octopus, isn't it, really? For sure. Cindy, 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 are you coming? Are you coming to visit? Thank Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Hello to everyone on the live. Sorry, I didn't go through and do all names and stuff because I needed to get on. All right, so while I was doing that last one, I was thinking it would be fun to do another one, but do it landscape styly. So just eyeball that, make sure it's lined up. Oh, the sailing set. Oh, thanks, Janice. Wow, just spent a lot on free shipping day. Oh, did you now? I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Free shipping just makes us go crazy. Although I did very well. I didn't go too crazy. Oh, have I just stuck that the wrong way? Oh, no, it's fine. This is soft sea foam. Little bit of pool party. And where pool party and soft sea foam meet in the middle, they have another little party. Now I'm wondering if we could do like a little scene. Because I've got those little Bethlehem stamps, which I've only just put away. Maybe with a bit of crumb cake. Subtle, you know. Oh, it's a bit juicy. I forgot that I've recently inked it up. Definitely a bit too juicy. Oh, no, I'm starting again. Don't like it. I spoilt it. Right, start again. A little bit of pool party. A little bit of soft sea foam. And I might actually just put a little bit of crumb cake at the bottom. Oh, there we go. Right, now I need to scrape across some of this ink because it's a little bit too juicy. That's better. Okay, let's do that again. Yay. Okay, much happier with that. Okay, okay. Your star. Oh, yes. Worked well. That's a cute little scene. Right. With these sorts of cards, you do have to be quite self-controlled, and it's worth, if you're not used to using inks and stamps in this way, it is worth just practicing and learning the levels of pressure, amount of ink, and just checking that your, for example, your ink pad is not too juicy, because if your ink pad is too juicy, what can happen is, especially when you've got very detailed stamps like these, the abundance of ink basically gets rid of the detail because it's just too inky. So yeah, right, let's do, I just realised I do need to do a little hill type thing here. So, oh, it's a bit blotchy now. Okay, so I just need to put some trees or something in now, don't I? Ooh, could go for some of these branches. Oh, maybe not. I thought, oh, that's going to work, but oh, I'm not sure about that now. This sticks out too much. I'll have to go for something else. Oh, unless I just not use that. Hold on, I'll just get rid of. I'm just going to get rid of that ink along the bottom there. Okay, let's try something else. Right, and then I'll use that little tiny twiggy thing just to add some more pieces on. The great thing about having a little twig like this is that you can then create make the stick quite unique looking. Right, wonder if pine cone. Oh yes, let's use a little pine cone. What about the blossoms on that set? Blossoms? Do you mean these things? The kind of lichen-y bits. Is that what you meant, Bev? I mean, to be fair, we're kind of mixing areas of the world here, because I don't think they have fir trees. Actually, they don't, do they? They don't have fir trees in the promised land. But I think we're looking at it. We're looking at it through the window of somewhere in Europe. We're looking at the scene, a painting, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting a bit silly now with these pine cones. I think I've gone a bit too overboard. I'm not sure if I like that. Oh well, win some, lose some. You know, sometimes you just got to do the experiment, see what happens, and know not to do it again. Oh, just had a thought. There is a really nice little deer. That would look nice on there, wouldn't it? And it's the right sort of size. There we go. Right, so 2 out of 4 isn't too bad. Artistic license, yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, loads of license used tonight, Beth. Right, I've been on here far longer than I intended. So with that, I'm gonna go. I think that's probably my favourite one. So yeah, sorry, so just reflecting back on this one, I'm really not sure about the pine branches, and I probably should have experimented a bit before having a go at it. There's probably things I could improve, like I could probably bring the crumb cake up a little bit higher here, but anyway, I'm just going to put it down to a practice run, that one. And because you know, I'm dealing with elements that, yeah, perhaps I hadn't thought about putting together. Sometimes they don't always work out straight away, and that's okay. I'm going to walk away from this experience still happy, because I'm really pleased with these two, and I think these would give, you could have so much variation depending what colours you used. And I do like this sort of like tall window. It's like you're looking through this really tall window. I really like it. It's got a really beautiful kind of like ethereal quality to it. So you like the framing with the branches? Oh, cool. Yeah, I do too. But I'm a bit disappointed with how this has turned out. Maybe it just didn't need that townscape. You know, maybe it just didn't need it. All right, so in terms of colours then, I used on this one Bubble Bath and I think it was the peach, Petal Pink and Bubble Bath I used for the background of that. And then this had Soft Sea Foam and Lost Lagoon, and I think that was it. And then Stamp Lost Lagoon, excuse me, with Woodland Scenery. So I know some of you have got this one. And I used it the other day for that little mini book I made. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, there it is. Yes, if you missed that, I made a flag album. Was this last It wasn't last Monday, was it, that I did this? Was it? How's the week gone by so quickly? Yeah, that was that. And then yeah, it's just those ones, wasn't it? Yeah, the trees. Sorry, I've just been thinking in a week's time I'll have it'll be about 12 hours to go before I get on that flight to the USA. I was just thinking I've got a week before I leave. And I've got loads to do before then. I'm not sure I've got time to do it all in. But anyway. So this was mainly the blue. So I used Cloud Cover, Pool Party, Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock for the stamping. And I just drew my birds on because we don't have any bird stamps. But the great thing about birds is that, you know, they're really easy to draw on. So there we go. Right. And then, I don't know if I haven't perhaps got the right colours to show it off. This is just jade, this piece of cardstock. But anyway, as you can see, if you put it onto a dark matte, it really makes it stand out beautifully. Oh, I wonder what pink would look like. Oh, I don't have a pink one. Oh, I do have a pink one. There we go. How lovely is that? It's on your wish list. Oh, fab. Right. Lovely to see you all. Lots of love and big hugs for those of you who are needing them right now. And yeah, thank you for sharing the update. Was it Judy? Yeah, thanks Judy for that. Right, take care everyone. I'm going to say I'm not sure about tomorrow evening because I've got a busy day tomorrow, and also we're out for dinner, so I'm just not quite sure what I'll be doing. I'll try and get on here live, but I'm just not sure. But hopefully see you Wednesday. Okay, take care for now everyone.